Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of February 24th. This week, you have this card that says the answers you need are coming. I feel like you've had these cards that have been saying this, number one. You also have this card that says the energy is gaining momentum. I feel like your last few readings have been talking about you getting answers, if I'm not mistaken. So that's pretty interesting. And again, things don't happen overnight. So, of course, it's totally possible that you're dealing with this this energy of getting answers for a while. The other thing is that this could say that there's like an action you need to take to get answers. It's like sometimes I think we have to do something to get the answer. And the universe is saying like, hey, if you take action right now, you will get those answers that you've been hoping for. But you have to take action. So I get that energy off of the reading as well. You have the Seven of Pentacles, the High Priestess, and the Six of Swords. Seven of Pentacles says, is the juice worth the squeeze? He's looking at the things that he's growing, and he's saying, is it worth it for me to keep growing these pentacles? Or, is there something better or different that I could grow? And, again, there really is no answer to that question, although we go down to the Ten of Swords, to the Justice card. The Ten of Swords says something is dead, done, over with. The Justice card is about weighing your options and really finding a better way to do things. So if you feel like you're wasting your time in work, business, or, maybe there's just no growth. Like the Seven of Pentacles isn't a bad card. He's getting a result for the work that he has done, but maybe it's not enough of a result. Or, if you've had a job for 20 years and you haven't gotten a raise, then it's like a lot more than when you started, so you're probably worth more money. And he is deciding like, hey, I'm worth more. And I need to go find something that aligns with my like how much value I bring to any situation in my life. So Seven of Pentacles is really like a value judgment. It's about saying like, this is what I bring to the table, and this is what I get out of these of any situation that you're in. Could be love, money, business, spirituality, or health. And really deciding like, is it worth it or not, and making a choice from there. You have the High Priestess. You have very intuitive time. I think, all three water signs probably will end up getting the High Priestess for like months to come in the future. So, it just is what it is. I feel if your intuition is guiding you towards something, just move towards it. The secret with the High Priestess is to learn about secrets. So anything that you don't know, or anything that your intuition is guiding you towards that's like a little bit of a mystery, just educate yourself on it. And that is the answer to the card, is to educate yourself about whatever it is that you're doing. You have the Six of Swords. Six of Swords, of course, is about moving on to calmer shores, leaving the choppy waters behind. Again, this is another energy that I feel a lot of the water signs will be getting for a few months to come. It just seems to me like it's a time of improvements for water in general, and you could be making a lot of improvements by leaving things behind that no longer serve you. The other thing I would say is that with the North Node being in Pisces, a water sign, I feel for the water signs, like water signs could be in transition periods. But the thing is that this could be like a mental transition period in your life. If you are, let's say you graduated college like a couple years ago, it's like mentally you could finally be kind of realizing that you're older and you have to make different decisions, right? You could be like deciding like, wait, hey, I graduated college, I need to go get a job. And so I feel that I don't know, I have this message of like maturity jumping into my head with this Six of Swords, and I think it's a good thing. And, it's almost like you're saying it's like you're having that realization that like one stage of your life is done and it's just time to go to the next stage, and that's it. Like I don't think it's not a very deep message, it just is. So I feel a lot of you could be at that stage of your life. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the High Priestess. Again, yes, your intuition is trying to guide you towards something. With the Seven of Pentacles, probably towards happiness, because we have the Ten of Cups right here. The Ten of Cups could be anything. The Ten of Cups, these people are standing in the real world, but they're focusing on those 10 cups. They're focusing on what makes them happy. They're focusing on what brings them happiness into their life as well. So I think it would be an amazing time for you to like focus on happiness. With the High Priestess, you have the King of Swords. King of Swords is knowledge and wisdom. King of Swords, he turns what he learns into action, or he takes action on what he learns and he turns it into wisdom. So wisdom is knowledge and action. And I feel a lot of you, again, the things that you're learning, I would put those things into practice, because basically, knowledge is basically useless if you don't actually use it. So I would be using the things that you learn. With the Six of Swords, you have the Two of Pentacles. I feel like you need more fun, just in general. I don't know. Maybe you're feeling a little bit dull at this moment, or maybe you're feeling like things are a little bit boring or a little bit stuck. And I would encourage fun things, like, literally just, hobbies, things that you enjoy. Two of Pentacles, work hard, play hard, but sometimes we're just working too hard, or we're trying to force things to happen, and that never works with the Two of Pentacles. So more playful energy would be a good idea. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this Toxic Triggers card. It says, find the strength to remove yourself from toxic influences in your life. A lot of people get this energy now as well. So, again, it just seems to be something people are doing. You have this Infinite Possibilities. It says you're on the right path. Favorable energies are guiding you at this time. Yes, your intuition is the favorable energy that is guiding you at this time. And you have a lot of possibilities. So I would be open to those possibilities. I can also see in your next row that you have this Potential card. And the Potential card basically says the same thing. You have the Ten of Cups, Ten of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. Now, the Ten of Cups can represent fortune after difficulty. The Ten of Swords can represent a blessing in disguise. So a lot of you could be just entering into a better time in your life. Now, the Ten of Cups is a choice. These people are choosing happiness. Like I said, they're standing in the real world. They still have to deal with all the real world issues and challenges, but they're choosing happiness. The Ten of Cups can also be happy home, happy family. Not really a love reading, but, for those of you that want it, definitely could be you focusing on, getting into a connection with a person that you could form a family with, or that you could have something long-term with as well. You have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is something that's dead, done, over with. I like the Ten of Swords. He's making the symbol with his hand here, and that symbol is the same symbol the Hierophant is making, and it can represent a blessing in disguise. Now, that doesn't mean that the Ten of Swords isn't uncomfortable. The Ten of Swords can absolutely say that something uncomfortable has happened to you or is happening to you currently, but ultimately you will see in the future that is a blessing in disguise. So I feel for a lot of you that there could have been some sort of ending, or there is. Again, this could also be, I feel like a lot of water signs are dealing with that. Like I said, the college thing, that was the best example I could come up with at the time, right? But it's one of those things. There are things that we enjoy when we are children, and then it is kind of sad that we don't still enjoy those same things. It's I get this maturity thing here. I literally said that, and then you get the King of Swords, right? Which is crazy, because that's maturity. But it's I remember when I was 12 years old, I was on the bus, and I would play Pokemon with my friends on the bus, right? And I remember, I remember distinctly having a conversation. I was I'm going to play Pokemon till I am 30 years old, right? I remember we used to talk about how we would always play Pokemon, right? I stopped playing Pokemon when I was 13 years old, right? It just plain and simple. It just didn't bring me joy any longer, right? So it's sometimes we get to the stage in life where we wish things were that simple. We wish, we wish we could just play Game Boy and it would bring us happiness, but it doesn't. But that's maturity. And there's something about that here in your reading, Cancer, where it's maybe something doesn't bring you joy any longer, like an activity or something you once enjoyed doing. But I feel it's time for you to get out of the, like I said, there's a little bit of adult energy in the reading. It's not bad, but it's sometimes I think we just, get to the stage in life where we feel a little bit bored or something. And maybe that's what I'm picking up on here. And I feel that Ten of Cups is saying it's a big ass world. There are a lot of things that can make you happy, but you have to go find them. You have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It's a card of knowing that that something is going to work out for you. And so the Seven of Wands, we have to develop the deep belief that if we commit to something that it will work. I feel you could be committing to a new opportunity because we have this Potential card in your next row. The Ace of Pentacles is also a card of potential. The Ace of Pentacles is nothing. This is an opportunity that has potential. The Ace of Pentacles we have to nurture into existence. We also have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is the card of unlimited potential. So there's a lot of potential here. With the Ten of Cups, you have the Fool. Yeah, being willing to look foolish, right? It's have you ever seen that video? There's there's a video or a meme or something where there's a guy, they're at this outdoor concert, and there's just one guy and he just starts dancing, And people are laughing at first, but then like everybody joins in and he starts this gigantic dance party at this like outdoor concert, right? That is fool energy. He was willing to look like a fool just because it made him happy. He didn't care, right? And then he ends up getting everyone else to follow. That is the fool. Especially if you're starting something new in your life, which you clearly are. You have the Ace of Pentacles here. It's like, yeah, everybody might call you a fool at first when you start, but at the same time, eventually everybody's going to jump on board. That's like what being a true leader is being willing to look foolish, but then your actions prove everybody wrong. So there's something about that as well popping up in my head here. Yeah, with the Ten of Swords, you have the Star. Like I said, I wouldn't even worry about the Ten of Swords. The Star is a great card. The Star could be you following your North Star. It's a card of hope, faith, and renewal. I feel like that's more what I'm getting off of the card, is that there's like I feel like hope is returning to your life, or you're feeling more hopeful about the future. I actually don't feel like you're going to feel this right away at the beginning of the week, but I feel this is an energy that could develop over the week, so pretty good. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Three of Wands. Yeah, I literally said there's a big-ass world for you to get out into. That's what he needs to do. He needs to step out into the unknown. He has these boats on the ocean here. The whole point of the Three of Wands is he has to leave a comfort zone and get out into the world. He has to go on those boats. He has no clue where they're going. He's never even been where they're going before, but he needs to enjoy the adventure, enjoy the journey, and maybe that's what this reading is asking you to do. Next, in the area of messages from your future self, you have this potential card and this enlightenment card. So a lot of potential in the reading. I find that potential can be a little bit annoying in a reading because it means nothing. Like I said, it just means that what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. But some of you could be being enlightened. You could be waking up to the potential that something has. And that's what I would do with these cards. You have the Nine of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Justice card. Nine of Wands says don't give up, of course. Nine of Wands also is the Wounded Warrior. You have the Ten of Swords. If we go this direction here, you go Six of Swords, Ten of Swords to the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands says don't give up. So you could be trying something again. Like if you were stabbed in the back, or if you were hurt in something, in some area of your life, this would say that you're trying again. You have the Ace of Pentacles. Again, Ace of Pentacles is a card of potential. The Ace of Pentacles has this garden in front of it, and the Ace of Pentacles says that we are being presented with an opportunity that has potential. But, when you think about it, a garden, you have to water it, feed it, fertilize it, weed it, take care of it, give it sunlight. There's a lot of things that you have to do to get the garden to grow. And the Ace of Pentacles says plant a seed, get started on whatever you're thinking about starting right now, and, nurture it into existence. And if you do that, you will be successful. You have the Justice card. Justice is cause and effect. There's a lot of analysis in this reading, just in general. The High Priestess, which you have twice, is a very mental energy in some ways, even though she represents intuition. And we don't really think of intuition as mental. It is not a mental process, intuition, right? But she is kind of mental. And then Seven of Pentacles, analysis. So Justice, it says, also, is the juice worth the squeeze? You have to look at the things that you're doing in your life, and you have to say, honestly, is it worth it, the things I'm doing, or not? Here you go, can't make this up. With the Nine of Wands, you have the Sun. So we need the Sun to get the Ace of Pentacles to grow. The Sun is a spotlight in a reading. The Sun shines a light on a certain part of a reading. And the Sun is saying you need to pay attention to your attention. I do feel like all this, High Priestess, your intuition could be your attention, right? You can pay attention to things, or intuitively, meaning if you keep thinking about that business you want to start, and if it just pops up randomly, like when you're first waking up in the morning, when you're in the shower, when you're going for a walk, like if you have those random intuitive insights, that is your attention saying like, hey, you need to try again, whatever this idea is that you have right here. And it could be anything for you, Cancer. And so I would get moving. With the Ace of Pentacles, you have the Judgment card. Definitely leaving behind something from the past with the Ten of Swords. Judgment card, they're coming up out of these coffins. The coffin represents their old life. Outside the coffin is their new life. So they are stepping into a new life. And a lot of you could be doing that. For sure, with that Ten of Swords. Or, like I said, I literally said it's like you're going to that next stage, right? They have that old stage, the coffin, and then the new stage outside the coffin. With the Justice card, you have the World. The World is an accomplishment or an achievement. There is a mountain on this card. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see that. It's kind of dark, but there's a mountain on that card. And mountains in the tarot, and yes, I understand this is not a tarot card, but mountains represent achievements. They represent obstacles that lead to an achievement. So I feel for a lot of you, the world is an achievement, and that there could be some sort of achievement coming in for you, if you put the work in. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this inner work card. It says, don't be afraid to prioritize your personal growth and spiritual development. Health and wellness are necessary to enjoy an abundant life. Star, for sure. You have this love card. It says, love is the greatest of successes on the path to prosperity. Who can fully experience abundance without it? So some of you could be inviting love into your life. Like I said, not really love reading, but love can be anything. It could be you loving something that you do as well. So that seems important. You have the Knight of Swords, King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. I kind of feel like this is a little bit of a boot in the ass here, Cancer. The Knight of Swords, Knight of Swords is momentum, and Knight of Swords can be rushing, but showing up in the good stuff, I kind of feel this is more motivation. You could be saying like, hey, I'm not getting any younger. I need to take action if I want to live my dreams, or if I want to accomplish something great. So I kind of feel this is a little bit of motivation that's coming in for you at this time. You have the King of Pentacles, really good for money. Like a lot of you could be experiencing improvements financially or making more money at this time. This would be based off of your skills. I kind of feel like you have been trying to make more money based off of the skills that you have. I would also say your readings remind me a lot of Libra, I would say. You're not the same, right? But your readings, like Libra always gets these readings of trying to get a job that is based off of a skill. I feel like you're different but similar in some ways, because it's like you have a skill that you're trying to use, I feel. And, again, you could be trying to get that job or start a business that's based off of a skill. And yeah, that's it. That's all I would do there. You have the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands is about charging forward towards victory. Knight of Wands is the true builder in the tarot as well. And so he says that if you don't have something you need, or if you encounter an obstacle, you will be able to build something to overcome it. So again, the Knight of Wands should be giving you confidence. We also see a lot of adventure in this reading. World, this card, Three of Wands, Six of Swords. I think it would be a good time for you to go on adventures. With the Knight of Swords, you have the Four of Cups. I do feel like some, based off a lot of these cards, like Ten of Swords, Nine of Wands specifically, the Nine of Wands says you have to try something again. So, like, if this is love, for example, maybe you were hurt and stabbed in the back, the Nine of Wands would say, well, it's time to give love a second chance. And that doesn't mean the same person. That means a new person, but the idea of love. He has kind of resigned himself to the fact that he's just going to be disappointed again without even trying again. So he's been disappointed 3 times, but he's not accepting this new offer because he's just saying, well, everybody's the same, and I'm just going to be disappointed again. But that might not be true. He doesn't know, because not everybody is the same, and he needs to accept that new opportunity. Now, this doesn't have to be love. It could be whatever, but, I kind of do feel, like I said, you're getting that, it's showing up in the good stuff, which is good, which says you probably will accept new opportunities. But, I also feel like you're saying to yourself, well, look, I'm not getting any younger, so I might as well. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Moon. The Moon in the good stuff is good. The Moon in the good stuff would actually say that you're getting clarity on your situation. The Moon is like a period of darkness and not being sure what steps to take. But coming up in the good stuff, it would say you do know what steps to take. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is about your resources. And again, with the King of Pentacles here, definitely could be you increasing your resources. The other thing is, if you want love, it could be an earth sign that's coming in for you, or someone with like earth in their chart. And, again, these two are divine counterparts. You have this Firecracker card. It says excitement on it. The reading itself says you need to return to excitement. Ten of Cups. Like, if you don't know what excites you, you need to find out. You need to find something that makes you happy, and definitely not a person, right? The Ten of Cups specifically says you need to find like the activities, the things that you can do that don't require other people, because no one can make us happy, right? So it's like truly happy people that have things that make them happy and that don't rely on another person. They form the best relationships because they're not putting all that pressure on someone else. So that's what I would do here. You have the Sun card. It says happiness and well-being. Now you have the Sun twice, which is great. Definitely could be a lot of happiness. You have this box card. It says you will be receiving a gift. It definitely could be like some sort of gift from the universe. You have the star and the sun, which is really good, and that could be a gift from the universe. You have this man card. It says dealings or relationships with a man. You have this mule card. It says someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. Mars retrograde. Mars is still retrograde in your sign. Actually, it's not. If you're watching this the week of the 24th, it's not. If you're watching this early, it is. But Mars is going to start moving forward on the 23rd of February. And so, but again, we're going to be in the shadow until like the beginning of May. So I always tell people, like, I avoid stubborn people who aren't willing to be flexible during Mars retrograde, because it's just a bad time to deal with stubborn people, plain and simple. You have this fan card. It says romance, celebration, and party. Definitely could be a good time for you to like party, have fun, 10 of cups, be with people, all that other stuff. But pretty good reading here, Cancer. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.